Hey, what's going on? This is Super Beast. I am one of the admins and one of the owners of the server on Ark Land of Boosted Events. The reason I'm making this video is going to be kind of a tutorial for everybody new to this server. I guess the biggest reason is so I can take down a lot of these signs that have rules on them. I just feel it clutters up the map, and then it doesn't really convey a lot of information. It's just pretty general, so I want to do some rules with you guys. So first off, welcome to the server. If you're watching this video for the first time and you're new to the server, welcome to the first run of videos if you're watching this video even though you've been on the server before. Right now I am in my nightclub, which I built. Okay, let me know what you think of it, if you like it or not. There's a patio overlooking the water, and then of course we have a bar over here. Have some servers. A lot of these people were people that broke the rules, so just remember, keep in mind, if you break the rules you may end up being an indentured servant to us. Unfortunately, it doesn't show the names of who they used to be, but as you can tell, there's quite a few that we've collected over time. Let me know what y'all think about what we've done here. So this is the admin beach. This is the courthouse. I'll show y'all that a little later. But right now we're going to go and discuss the rules that are on this server. And to do that, when you first log in, you're going to probably log in an area close to this area up here. So what you want to do is you want to go to the blue obelisk, which there is a public teleporter there. And let's just wait for it to spawn us in over there. So as you can tell, we got quite a few things going on here. I know it's dark, but just work with me here. So you can see the flag color for December is red. So this is one of the rules we have. If you're going to be on here and you're going to build, you need to have a flag. The next January color is going to be blue. Then we have some other rules, which this is what I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of a lot of this stuff like this, with these billboards, just because it clutters up everything. It looks ugly. Okay, and so let's start off with some of the rules. So rule number one is you need to follow all the rules. There's just no way around that. Okay. You must have an original name. Humans will be destroyed. What that means is you need to have a name other than the starting name human when you're creating your character. If your name is human and we tell you, hey, you need to change the name, and you don't change it, then one of two things will happen. Either we'll change it and we're going to give you a name that you're not going to like, or you're going to go ahead and change it yourself. So this is very important. Okay, so if you can't come up with an original name other than human, then you probably don't need to be playing this game. Rule number 3 is one base per tribe with less than 5 members. That means if you have less than 5 members, like say you got 1, 2, 3, 4 members, well then you only have one base that y'all share. If you have 5 members or more, which 10 is the maximum you can have on this server, that's how I have it set, you can have 2 bases. Okay, so if you have 10 members, then of course yes, you can have 2 bases. Okay, so if you don't want to have to share a base with anybody, then I suggest not having a tribe where you have multiple people on it. Rule number 4. No Brontos or Gigas, and no mass breeding or dino hoarding. So no Brontos or Gigas, and this is any long neck animal that's larger than a T-Rex. Okay, there are some exceptions, but You know, I can't remember all the dinos' names, but if it looks like a Bronto, don't tame it. If it looks like a Giga, don't tame it. Okay, and you can tell the difference. But the reason we have this rule is because Brontos and Gigas, once you get so many of them on one map, on a server like this, it kind of lags the server and it makes it hard for people to play, and a lot of people will get booted off depending on their internet connection and the frame rate on their PlayStation. Okay, no dino hoarding. What that means is it doesn't matter what kind of dino it is. If you have way too many, it's going to lag the server, and we're just going to destroy all of your dinos, not just the ones that are too many, all of them. Okay, and if we see Brontos or Gigas, it's the same thing. We're going to destroy all, not just one, not just two, all of your dinos for that tribe. So if you have 6 players in your tribe, their dinos are going bye-bye too, because you couldn't follow this simple rule. Okay. Number 5, no begging admins, no bugging admin. We like to play too. We pay for the server, we let you use it, so have some respect. I mean, this, I shouldn't have to explain this, but if you get on and you're new and you haven't seen the rules, of course, the first thing we're going to tell you is, hey, you need to go watch the YouTube video and read the rules, or listen to the rules. But, you know, after that, you've been on a couple of days or something like that, if you start bugging us for stuff, we're going to kick you out. We have no time for that. We want to play the game too. There's 5 admins, but doesn't mean each one of us is going to want to cater to you every 5 minutes. Unless you're paying or donating to our server, we're really not going to give you any more time than what each person deserves. The biggest thing though is we're not going to just go and do everything for you. That's not what these servers are for. These servers are for y'all to be able to build and not have to worry about, you know, the regular servers where you may spawn in somebody's base or somebody's got pillars all over the place. You know, the servers where there's no rules. Because those servers really aren't all that fun. And I know it seems like when you have rules, it's not fun either. But a lot of people are on our server and they like it because we do have rules. Okay? But at the same time, as admins, we like to play the game. So just don't bug us. If you're cool with us and you can respect us, we're going to be cool with you and we're going to respect you. And, you know, a lot of times we will help you out. We'll give you some of the things you need. I know in our starter kits, you know, we're going to give you a tech teleporter, we're going to give you a tech generator, and we're going to give you some element. Okay, and the reason we give you that is so you can have a teleporter and you can get around the map a lot easier. So say there's a dinosaur in one part of the map that, you know, you may not be able to get to because you don't have a flyer or something like that. Well, just use the teleporters. Not that big a deal. Okay? Do remember though, when we do give you a teleporter, you do need to set it up. You do need to give it a name. You can name it after your tribe, that's fine. You can name it after your tune, that's fine. But it does need to have a name, and it also needs to be made public. And I'll do a video to show you how to do that later on. So, no cave or resource blocking, no pillar or foundation spamming. We see random pillars or foundations, we will destroy all those structures. Now, it's not just the random structures we're going to destroy. When we go to destroy your structures, we're destroying every single structure in that tribe. But the first thing we'll do is we'll destroy all your dinos, then we'll destroy all your structures. It's really simple. Don't block a cave and don't block resources. Okay? There's no reason for you to have random pillars and foundations all over the map. And I've heard many reasons. Well, I'm trying to block dinosaurs from going in the cave. Then put up gates. That's the only thing that's suitable. And not random gates. They have to have a purpose. Not just to keep dinos from spawning there. Okay? So, you want stuff to stay out of your cave, that's fine. But if you do put up doors or you put up gates, you need to make sure that people can get in there, especially if there's resources there. Okay? We don't want to block resources. This is the one thing that makes our job harder, because people are like, well, I can't get in there to get a resource. Can you give it to me? No, I'm not going to give you resources that you can go get yourself. Okay. Must have a flag with month color visible to all, or base will be destroyed. We already went over that kind of in the beginning, but if you don't have a flag that's visible while I'm flying above the air, which this is how I'll usually go, or I'll be on a flyer. If I can't see the flag, like I can see that one over there, then I am going to destroy your base. Not just me, any admin will destroy your base if they see it. Doesn't matter what time of the month it is. There's no flag, it's getting destroyed. And no, painting your base, your gates and stuff like that, the color of the month doesn't count. You have to have a flag. This is how we know you're following the rules. So we have a community page on the PlayStation Network. Okay, just go to the PlayStation Network on your account, which is really simple to do. Okay. When you get on the PlayStation Network, you're going to go to communities, which normally if you go to your main screen of your PlayStation, scroll up, go over to, it looks like 3 little emoji faces. That's the community page. Then you search for our community, which is Land of Boosted Events. Real simple, Land of Boosted Events. I'll put it in the description once I get a chance. But yes, go there, join it. You have to be on the community page. The reason you need to be on the community page, 1, it tells us that you're following the rules. And 2, you'll get updates on contests and stuff that we have. And I'll tell you all about the contest here in a moment. But yes, you need to join the community page in order to get your starter pack. But you don't get the starter pack just because you join the community page. You do have to follow the directions there. It says go to model base at 5050, which the model base is named, has a teleporter named model base. And I'll show you how to get there here in a moment. And that's where you get your starter pack. That's if the admins are on to give it to you, or admins have time to give it to you. Because again, we're not just going to stop what we're doing to go give you a starter pack. Okay. Community page is Land of Boosted Events. You can see it there. All right. Now, if you've read the rules and followed them, you should be at the model base. So, go back over here. You see what it tells you to do. Come over here, and it says where you should be. Okay. So before we go to the model base, let's go over here real quick. Take a look at this big guy. This is the only Giga that will be allowed on the map ever. Right now it does not belong to anybody. I mean, of course, if you go up to it, it's going to say it belongs to our tribe. But you see its name is Prize. Well, this is what it is. You want this Giga? Check out the community page for details. So what I'm having right now, which it actually ended today, so sorry if you missed this, but we will have other contests like this where you can win something that maybe you're not supposed to have, but it will be the only one on the map. For this one, we were doing a building contest where you got to kind of impress me with how your base looks. And we'll go look at some of the bases here in a moment. But we're going to have contests like this later on. And of course, next week we'll start a new one. So now we're going to go and follow the rules, which means we're going to teleport. So you go to the teleporter, and this one is unlocked for public use. Okay, so we're going to go down here, and we're going to type in MOD. And look, there's one left on the map, model base. All right, so we're going to go to the model base. All right, let's give it a few moments to go. All right. So now we're at the model base, and oh my God, more billboards. I want to get rid of these billboards. This is why I am doing this. So this says this is what an acceptable base looks like. We're going to go take a tour here in a moment. Dinos must be inside gates or in barns. No Brontos, mechs, or Gigas. Okay, so there's another one that I forgot to mention earlier. No mechs. That may be our next prize. Who knows? Admins do not have to give you a starter pack, so don't demand one. Just because you followed the rules doesn't mean we're just going to drop what we're doing, like I said, and give you one. If we have time, we'll give you one. All right? Don't cage anyone. What does this mean? This means somebody happens to fall asleep in your base, it could be because they lagged out and they got kicked off the server. Not sure, but whenever somebody is there, just let them stay there till they wake up. If they stay there too long and then you see an admin on, then that's fine. Go ahead and let us know and we'll take care of it. Okay? But don't lock anybody in a cage. Don't lock anybody in your house. If they're in your house, drag them outside, but don't drag them outside of your base. Just drag them within the gates. Okay? Admins like playing Ark too, so don't try to take all of our time. Again, I keep harping on this because, look, my son, he's 13 years old, he's an admin. He does help people out and he does give things to people, things like that. But he is 13. He wants to play. Leave him alone. If he doesn't want to be bothered at that time, then that's it. Okay? Starter pack is 1 teleporter, 100 element, and 1 tech generator. You need the tech generator, which is this thing right here, in order to run this big metal thing, which is your teleporter. This right here is what goes inside of it. So this is element. We give you 1 stack of element. That should be enough to get you by. If you need more later on, you can buy some from us. Not with real money, with in-game currency. The in-game currency is whatever the admin says. So if he says metal, hide, maybe a certain dino, who knows, okay? So to set your teleporter, all you gotta do is go to this little stump here or anywhere it'll pop up. For me, it doesn't always pop up, but you hold down triangle, you can rename your teleporter, okay? Or you can make it public. Right now it's set to public. So let me show you how to do that. So you're gonna go enable public teleportation. Anybody can use it now. Okay? So let's go inside the model base here. And look what we're greeted with. Christmas time. We got a raptor. We've got Pappy the T-Rex. And then we have Gotcha Claws. Don't ask us to give you one of these. We can tame them as admins because we're able to force tame them. Unfortunately, the game doesn't allow us to give it away. You know, we can unclaim it, but if we unclaim it, you're not going to be able to claim it. I don't know if it's a bug or a glitch or if they do that for a specific reason. So don't ask us to give you a Gotcha Claws. Now, we can sell you a regular Gotcha, but we can't give you a Gotcha Claws. I'm sorry. But this one is here. If y'all want to use this Gotcha Claws while it's here for the event, everybody's able to use it. So come put your mistletoe, put your coal inside of him, and once he starts eating it, and you don't actually have to put it inside him, you just throw it on the ground in front of him. He'll eat it, wait around for 5 minutes, and he'll start dropping crystals off of his back. You can pick up those crystals, so everybody can use that. If we put some coal or something in them and you happen to see crystals there, pick them up. They're free for everybody to take. So I'm going to show y'all what the base looks like from above. So this is what an acceptable base looks like. And I'm not saying it has to be this small. This is just how I built it so y'all can get a good look at it. So you see there's a behemoth gate, another behemoth gate. So the max amount of behemoth gates you're allowed to have per base is 2. After that, you can have as many dino gates as you need. But remember, keep in reason, if it's just you and your own tribe and you don't have any other tribe members, there's no reason for you to have a ginormous base, okay? The building is just here to show y'all, this is something y'all can do to build. I built it to look like a barn for a specific reason. And the reason is so you can see what a barn looks like. But it can also double as a house. So if this is a barn, the way that I have it made, I'm not really good at flying in third person. So let me go ahead and change that real quick. So you go here and you fly in, you land, and you can park them inside if you're just paranoid about having them outside. And then you can also fly them back out if you need to. But that's one way to build a barn for your flyers. Okay, a lot of people park them on the roof, their flyers, and then they put stairs for them to get up and down to get to them. I do have some ramps over here, so if I go up here, I'm in the top part, and I can fly in and out if I have flyers in here. So you can put rooms here. There's some stairs here. These did go somewhere at some point. I just never took them back out. But the point is this is what would be acceptable for a barn or a house. And don't get me wrong, you know, you can have more than one structure inside your base. But this is, like I said, just to show you what an acceptable base would look like. You have to have gates around. If you do have tame dinos outside of your structure, then I don't know if you see the red stuff that's all the way around. You see that red that's on the fence over there? And you see how it kind of goes around this area? Well, that's to keep the dinos in. That's called the leash, which means the dinos will not leave that area if they get outside of the fence. Okay? So just keep in mind that's what it needs to be like. There's a red flag there, and then I've got red flags on the roof. So if I'm flying around, it's real easy to see. Okay, so I just glitched there. So that does happen on these private servers, but it's real easy to see. So let's go take a look at another base, see if we can find one that kind of breaks the rules. And this is a good thing too about having all the teleporters like this, is we can go to where we need to. Okay, so let's go take a look and see if we can find a base real quick. Give me one moment. I know there's one that I left just to show you guys. Let's see. So, no, not that one. There we go. So let's go to this one. I'll show you what it should not look like. Now this person has 3 bases. This person does happen to be an admin, so we're not going to destroy it, but I just want to give you an example of what it should not look like. Alright, so as you can see, there's dinos here. There's some structures here. They're not really finished, but this has no flags. It's got loose dinos. This one does happen to have a leash. Oh, but there goes a crystal. I'm going to take it. But anyway, so these are outside of the leash here. So these wouldn't be allowed in general. So just keep in mind, if it looks like this, I'm going to destroy all of your dinos, and I'm going to destroy your entire base. So the next thing I want to do is go back over here. I'm going to go back to my base, and I'm going to be making another video here in a few moments. Hopefully you like this video and you got the information that you need. I may make another video on the same topic, because I know this one I kind of rambled on and on and on. But it's pretty simple. Follow the rules and we'll all get along. You'll have fun. Also remember, you can donate to our server so we can keep it up and running. And if you do donate, you do get certain privileges that most people won't. Alright, so signing off now, guys.